wish I had more to offer in terms of footage, but I thought I had much more, and I was like talking all sorts of shit in my head. And I get here and I'm like, man, this is what I got. So this is what I got. This is more so to get the ball rolling, okay? What's going on here? I think I'm just hyping myself up for doing an interpretation of weightlifting, one that I didn't enjoy, one that was painfully hard to get started, and I decided to do this in my bedroom, like right by where I freaking sleep. So now I know. Anyhow, so yeah, this was some sort of weird kyphotic hip hinge, make the lever longer at the bottom type movement. Again, this bag was like 60 pounds, so I was doing what I could. Much prefer the good morning that I was just having a ball with prior to that, but again, this is what we did. And yeah, every day was a struggle. I was training 4 days a week because I'm like, you know what, I can do that. I could have 3 roaming off days, and sometimes it'd be 4 days and 8 days, but glad I did it. In hindsight, it was one of those things where towards the end I was telling myself, you know what, I'm going to do this more than anything for the sake of my mental health and well-being, you know. Just like everyone else, this was rough. This was really rough. And I could have went out and purchased a lot of equipment, but I didn't want to because a lot of my athletes didn't have that option. Who knows when it would have gone there anyways. But, you know, I didn't want to, like, clap up my people and then, like, on my end, I have this, like, you know, rack and, like, 600 pounds of weights. You know, it's like, no. Well, you know, I'd be much better doing my job if yeah, I kind of know what you're going through. So, hey, occluded sissy squats. That's what that was. So anyhow, back to the gym. It's been like this for about 2 months, I believe. Yeah, about 2 months. Started out as like 3 days a week for an hour. That's all we had, and which was perfect, to be honest. Just made sure because I was excited to get back, that I only exposed myself to what was appropriate given how detrained I was in some ways. Most of my muscle was there, to be honest. I didn't lose a whole lot. I think within 2 weeks, like everything just looked alive again. And I don't think it was necessarily because doing what I was doing here, I couldn't progress in some ways. It's just the amounts that I needed to, given like my situation, 21 years of training. I just need a little bit more at this point. And there's always been a part of me that's been just a little bit endurance-y, right? It just was, yeah, way more than I cared to do. I wanted to do an amount that, again, just made me feel accomplished, like I did what I was supposed to for the day. I did my part, I did my job, and that, yeah, afterwards, I wouldn't be in this, like, situation where it's like, man, I have to, like, remake all these gains. I was thinking of doing that, though. That was one of my options. I'm like, you know what would be cool if I lost hella gains and then they just came back, because I figured there'd be some sort of lesson in there for you guys. But yeah, so who knows? I mean, I'm not going to count on the gyms being open like the whole year. Like, who knows what happens like during the winter, especially out here where, you know, again, it gets really cold, so people are indoors a whole lot more. We'll see. But as of right now, yeah, we're on a hot streak. And if it happens again, like, again, I've done it once, and this time, you know, like I think like a lot of you guys, like every week I discovered something new. Sometimes workout to workout, I'm like, oh, we can use this, we can do that. But that's how it went. That's how it went. So fast forward to where we're at right now. I think in large, like, I think not only is like my musculature back, but in some ways, like, it's like, okay, I think that was new. I don't think that was there pre-quarantine. But strength is different. And, you know, again, like I'm pushing 37, which again, like bodybuilding, not the issue. Like 13 years from now, I plan to be better than I am now. Hey, look at my buddy Jeff, right? That dude's an example. So, but more so, it's like, hey, the connective tissue has some mileage, and yeah, just be careful, Bert. So anyhow, happy to get this. This is like, compared to what I was doing a lot of split squats. This is in regards to quad stimulation. I compare it to just like a caddy. You know, it's like, hey, like, again, like, say you get the same out of both, but no occlusion, and enough load where I don't have to do a crap ton of reps. And yeah, you just sit back and enjoy the ride. It's a luxury vehicle in its own way. This was a cluster set, so this was my activation set, so myo reps. This is my second leg day of the week, where basically this is all I do for quads. The rest is all like, you know, glutes, hamstrings, what I need a lot more of. But yeah, one thing I've been noticing is that, and I think we're all guilty of this, is that from time to time, especially once you get yourself a little strength, like it's fun to put on that show in the weight room, right? But I think especially if your primary goal is bodybuilding, it's like, you know, it's like, do what's right. And I think sometimes we all know what's right, but it's like, hey, you know, when you're about to grab them, like you're grabbing them triple dibble, everything's rusty, them triple digit dumbbells, and the whole gym's kind of like, ooh, or side-eyeing you, right, through the mirrors, right? Yeah, you're like, hey, let me grab some more and like really take this up another level. But I'm not other people's entertainment. I am there to get better, and I got to be careful, because an injury after all that would suck. So yeah, I've been, just a lot, just patient and using slightly higher rep ranges than usual. And it's been working. It's been working super well. So, man, so yeah, my happiness levels have gone up. And for those of you guys who are still, like, you know, doing the at-home thing with what you got, I'll tell you what, all that stuff gets like there's like some form of like super compensation on the other end. Like, I for sure felt that. It's like, hey, everything that I did to, you know, make it work out as much as I could, I've gotten back on this side and like tenfold. So it's like no different than, you know, like, hey, like holding your own on a fat loss diet, right? Where like you have those moments, but you stay strong. And then you look back and you're like, man, I'm really proud of, you know, all those times where I went for the, you know, delayed gratification bit. Of course, right now, a lot of y'all don't have choices, but don't have the choice. But on the other end, you're going to be happy that you handle it right. And if you haven't been handling it all the way right, again, neither have I. It's been, again, I did what I could. I did what I could tolerate. And just getting in there and doing something was a big win. So anyhow, reason for starting this back up. I've been enjoying these, by the way. Love these. Is I figure since a lot of y'all are, you know, still limited in regards to like leaving your house, like, hey, you know, throw something in there. And if I can help someone, you know, whether it be with training tips, whether it be with perspective, it's like, hey, right now is probably not a bad time to come to the rescue, because I do feel like I left y'all hanging during like I guess the deepest, darkest parts of the lockdown. So we're back, and yeah, after seeing how little footage I had to offer, I'll make sure to pop out the camera a little bit more. Actually, so today as I was going on one of my walks, some dude stops me randomly. I won't say the brother's name, just in case. But he was like, hey, aren't you on YouTube? And he's like, yeah, blah, blah. I learned, you know, stuff from you. It's motivating, this and that. And I'm like, damn, okay, this is a sign. I already had the intentions of coming in and putting this together. So yeah, it's funny how things work out. But yeah, look at that. Things like the Sea Rose. Yeah, I'll never take the lifting of weights for granted again. I've I've already had days where I'm like, man, I need to go in there and do it. I don't necessarily want to do it right now, but like, man, this is better than split squatting by your bed. So, you know, and yeah, more often than not, like once I get that first set in, I'm like, man, I'm so grateful for this. So, so yeah, bulking's going well, mid 190s. Let me get the body fat question. Don't be fooled by the limbs, man. I'm somewhere in the high teens, which is about where I should be. Yeah, those male body fat storage patterns, so deceiving, but it's cool. It works out because, you know, most of the time I'm wearing a shirt. So so yeah, again, just happy to get this rolling again. And again, usually I don't come in here with like any script or any main topics, but you know, as I go and I speak and I see things, I'm like, oh man, like I could have used this, like, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Well, speaking of which, last month was my lifting anniversary, 21 years. So my lifting can drink. So look at that. Look at that. Time flies. And hey, to another 21 years. So yeah, with that said, things that you guys would like to see more of on this channel, like, hey, throw at me, oh, we doubled it up, but I'm not going back, because you know what, this is more important than that. Let me go over that again as to why I'm using that. So main reason is because I am squatting. My erectors severely detrained during this point in time, more so than my legs. So just to kind of save my lower back a little bit, I try not to arch too much on this, but this is definitely ensured that by the time I get to my squats, I'm doing them once a week, that I feel pretty good. So main reason for that. Also, I'm stubby. Stubby, slightly wider rib cage than most, and this just lets me get a little bit more ROM. So, and I've been seeing the difference. Maybe you can't see it from there, but anyhow, yes, I want this to be enlarge a democracy. I want this to be like, I want you guys to have input in regards to what you all want to see. Of course, I'm gonna give you guys what I think you guys need, what I suspect the masses need, but also, hey, what would you guys like to see on here? So, yeah. So yeah. Other than that, hey, this is the first one. Hype me up, man, so that we can get in here next week and throw another one up. So, yeah, let's start this up again. Bulking in the year 3000. I guess it's 3001, 3002 now, maybe, since the series started a while back. But glad to have you guys back, and I'll see you guys next week. Peep the poster, by the way.